Thank you so much, Electronic Arts, for sponsoring today's video. Hi everybody, it's me Monica and welcome to another The Sims 4 speed build. So today we are going to have one video extra for this week thanks to the Electronic Arts who are sponsoring this video. So thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. And this one is going to be quite long, as you can see, you guys. So if you are planning on staying, I would recommend you to take a coffee, some snacks or a meal or anything, just so you know, because we are having some work in here. So basically what I decided to do for this build is like a huge family petting farm and much more inside, and that is something that I'm going to talk about a lot in this speed build. But this family farm is inspired by Norwegian style. They're having this beautiful red farmhouses with metal roofs and white trims and white windows. And I just love that aesthetic, and I decided to go for that one in here because, of course, Norway is a Scandinavian country, and this new The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies Pack is inspired by Scandinavia. So that was basically my idea. Even though the exterior, I mean not the exterior, the landscaping is inspired by my own country as well, because we have a lot of eco parks or eco villages. That's how we are calling it. That's probably the same thing as petting zoo, but inside you have like a restaurant and you also have some fishing areas. You can ride horses with your kids and things like that. Like a lot of things basically for the family to do the whole day on the countryside. So that was basically my idea. I'm really sorry, I'm still a little bit sick, so my throat is so dry. Also, I'm allergic to everything, and right now it's a springtime. It's almost a springtime here in Croatia, and everything is in bloom, and I'm just dying. just so you know. So if my voice sounds a little bit dry, I'm really sorry for that. By the way, you guys, this is also a limited pack build, which is very exciting. I really didn't need all of these packs, so I decided to go for 14 packs in total. Like I used 10 expansion packs, 1 game pack, and 3 kits for more like aesthetical purposes, and that's it. Of course, I used businesses and hobbies because the whole point is to have like this petting zoo or petting farm business. But I used some other packs like Life and Death. Life and Death I used more for the furniture pieces, but probably the most important packs were Horse Ranch, Cottage Living, Seasons, Cats and Dogs. All of the things, all of the activities were mainly based around animals, petting animals. I also added like some activities for your pets outside so you can train them as well. But basically I used all of the animals from Horse Ranch and from Cottage Living as well, like sheep and goats, horses, llamas, chickens, bunnies, all of the little farm animals that I was able to find in these packs. I also used Eco Lifestyle for the solar panels and some other things that are saving energy, because obviously this farm is absolutely huge and humongous, and your bills would be well high. So that's the reason why I used Eco Lifestyle. Of course, I used Seasons because Seasons is one of the go-to packs that we are all love, and most of the people is having Seasons because, of course, everybody wants Seasons in The Sims 4. That just makes this game a little bit more realistic. So I used flower ranging table and planters and all of the other things that were working for this house, of course. I used Parenthood from Game Packs just because this family is huge. And I just needed more things, family things, let's say it like that. Not particularly children things, but more like a family clutter and things and boards and things like that. So that's the reason why I decided to use Parenthood. Also, I use Growing Together for one specific item. I mean, later on, of course, I used more items from Growing Together, but I really wanted a tree house, and I built like a small playground for children outside, outdoors, so they can play. So that can be one more activity for your sim to do. Basically, this house has more activities that you can place in one business. To be quite honest with you, we can have up to 5 activities for our business. But I thought that since this is a ranch, like a big farm and everything, you can maybe have different weeks with different activities, or you can have different days with different activities. The good thing about the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies is that you can have up to 5 activities, but you can literally change them all the time. So that's a good thing. You don't have to, you don't need to have like only 5 activities and that's all. You always have those 5 activities. No, you can have more activities, but some days you can, I don't know, say that activity is fishing, but then some days you can have like children playground, active or things like that. So basically you can choose between a lot of different activities. I placed petting zoo, of course, for the first thing. As I said, I did like kids and also pets playground, let's say it like that. You have some fishing spots in here. I also made a classroom, so you can attend different lectures from, I don't know, gardening, nectar making, maybe how to tend for animals and all these different things. I also placed a greenhouse so they can make their own like deep little garden inside and have their own vegetables, for example, flowers, all of these things that they want to have inside. And also I put some gardening tools and pots in the classroom. I think you need to have up to 3 or 4 activities in your house to be able to make a lecture about it. So I was trying to involve some activities that I thought it would be cool to hear in a place like this. As I said before, I thought that they could make their own products, their own wine, their vegetables, their different plants, or so their dairy products, eggs, and all these different things. So I also added one small shop inside so they can basically sell all their fresh products from the farm if you want to. We have a grill area outside as well, like in this gazebo area. I'm so sorry because of my glass. Basically, I placed so many things, and on the second floor, we are going to have a residential house for our family, and I made like a huge family for this house. So basically, what I was thinking is that a husband and a wife are having this huge farm, maybe from their family from before, or they bought this farm and make a business out of it. And I thought that maybe her sister can live together with them and helping on the farm. And her sister is younger than her, and she has a young child, and they are having a teenager daughter or son, whatever. So it's basically made for 5 Sims, and you can find 4 bedroom on upstairs, like 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and you're going to see it's a huge house, and you're going to have a lot of space for everybody. You can notice that I used this debug fences from Cottage Living Everywhere, and that was my original idea, to have a little bit of the asymmetrical petting zoo outside, because I wanted everything to look very natural and going on around this lake, let's say. So that was my original idea. But unfortunately, when I was play testing this, I noticed that animals can get out of their habitats, let's say like that, throughout that fence, and that was like a no-no for me. So you're going to see later on that I placed a normal fence around these fence pieces, but I still left those pieces around the normal fence and make like a combination of the two, just because I really wanted this asymmetrical and like interesting shapes around the lot. Basically, that was the idea. As I said before, I placed all of the animals outside, and I must tell you that everything is working perfectly. I tried all of the activities out, but there is one specific thing that is going on that I'm not crazy about, and that is that inside I made like a small banquet restaurant, let's say it like that. We call that a Swedish table in Croatia, but it was just logical to me to have some kind of food when you are coming in here for the whole day. But at the moment I placed that table, everybody stayed inside and eating like the whole day. That was like a little bit strange, so I decided that one of my activities, it's not going to be eating, but you are going to decide that for yourself. It's good to have that option, because some days, it's snowing outside or it's raining, and you still want to come in here because it's very beautiful, and you want to have you want to listen some classes, for example, or basically just stay in nature, even though outside is very like nasty weather. So it's good to have that option as well. Also, I placed downstairs 2 smaller rooms only for the employees, and there you can find pottery table as well if you want to learn pottery, and also then you can have classes for the pottery as well. Even though that's not the activity that I was thinking about, other Sims are going to do when they come here. I really wanted them to be mostly outside spending time with animals. And I really was happy how all of them were happy that they have come in here and spent time with all these animals. They were just all so happy, even though I made them pay hourly, not only like one time for entrance, but every time, like every hour they spend in here, they need to pay. And they were still happy. And this business progressed 2 stars in one day. So that was also amazing. You can see that I personalized a little bit this animal sheds over here, just because I didn't want that look of an English countryside. Obviously, like the sheds for the cows and for llamas are looking very English countryside-ish. But no, I really wanted everything to look very Norway kind of. So I made customized sheds and they're perfectly functional. Your sim can get inside and clean them. Your animals can get inside. So everything is perfectly functional. By the way, I cut down this video quite a lot, even though it's this long. But I was moving back and forth with this landscaping because I was using a lot of debug items, especially from the cottage living, and I spent quite a lot of time to find those items in debug section. Of course, I would really love if the Sims team would make a better organization when it comes to items, because right now we have so many packs in the game, like so many packs, and it would really be cool for those debug items, but also like the regular items, to have more categories and things like that, so we can find items more easily. Right now, everything looks quite hectic, so hopefully soon we will get something like that and get a better organization a little bit, especially for debug, as I said before. I'm going to soon start adding normal fences around this animal habitats, or cages, or whatever you want to call them. As I said before, because unfortunately they were walking through these fences that I placed over in here, so I needed to add a normal fences. But I used fences from the Sims 4 horse ranch first, because as I said before, I didn't have the items when I was building this, like from the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies. So you are going to see later on that at some point I've got the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies, and then I'm going to change this fencing, I'm going to change the facade of the house, I'm going to use basically all the items for the exterior that worked, just because I wanted to use new items and new features that we've got with the new pack. So hopefully that's okay with you, and that's the reason why this build is so long, because I was just going and moving back and forth, and I was building it for 2 weeks, I think. It's a long time for one build, but still I was able to make 2 builds before this one, so hopefully that's okay with you. We will have 1 video extra this week, and that's quite lovely, I think, especially for you. Not so much for me, because that's a lot of work, but that's cool for you, I think. And also this farm is really worth downloading. It's so much fun. As I said before, I progressed with this business very fast because there is a lot of activities. Sims think it's fun, so yeah, very nice. For the debug items, I mostly use cottage living. So most of the plants that you can find in here and these decorational fences and little hanging lights, all of those things are from cottage living, same as this beautiful world of Henford on Bagley. Like you guys, I'm all the time building in Henford and Bagley. I'm really so sorry about that, and hopefully you're not mad about it, but this is by far my favorite world. It has such a lovely countryside. It doesn't have a lot of houses around, so that gives you a lot of space to work on the things that you would maybe like, and it's not only an English countryside style, you know. Right now I'm doing Henford and Bagley fantasy save file, if you didn't know about that. And all these fantasy builds are just working so nice with Henford and Bagley. I want more worlds like this. I really do. This is the only one where I can build whatever, and it looks like just perfect. Unfortunately, this lot, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but this lot is too small for what I wanted to do. I would really like these animal spaces to be bigger, and I would really like to have a bigger lot than 64 by 64 for this. And the reason why I'm saying this is, I don't know, abstract to me. I would never say that because I don't often build on 64 by 64, and especially not like regular houses. Usually when I'm doing something on 64 by 64, I always go for like crazy landscape with a lot of hills and waterfalls and everything else. So I don't regularly do houses like this, but for this particular build, it would be so nice to have a bigger lot so animals would have even more space. Even though everything works perfectly fine, they have enough space, they're happy and all these things, but I would like to have bigger spaces for them, to be quite honest. Also, you can notice that I placed some rabbits over here as well. Even though rabbits are running around the whole lot all the time, they're running away from this small cage that I made for them. But that's totally okay because we have rabbits around the whole Henford and Bagley, and I just think that's so adorable. I love that about Henford and Bagley. So that was fine for me, but I saw some kids coming to the space for the rabbits and playing with rabbits, and that made me so happy because I knew my idea works. Also, this is a small playground for kids. You can see that I placed this beautiful tree house from The Sims for Growing Together. And honestly, I wasn't planning on using The Sims for Growing Together, but I just wanted to place this house over here, and then after it I just used Growing Together overall around the house. As I said before, this is a house for a huge family, so we have four bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Upstairs we have a huge kitchen, a huge living room, we have a dining area, we also have one balcony with their private grill upstairs. So there is a lot of space for both your sim and for your visitors, aka clients, or whatever you want to call them. So I think this is a perfect lot to play with. I've been playing 2 or 3 days with it, just a little bit, and I enjoyed it so much. I really enjoyed it. It was adorable to I don't know, play around with this lot. So hopefully you're going to download it as well. It's going to be uploaded to my gallery. My ID is my Simsphony, so it's not Simsphony, it's my Simsphony. That's unfortunate, but when I did my YouTube channel, I called it Simsphony, and then later on I noticed that I can't call my account Simsphony on the gallery, so that was a bummer. But anyways, you can notice that I also placed some bees from, I believe, Seasons. So I used as many activities from these packs that I was using that it was possible, you know. And you can see that for this greenhouse, I also used Greenhouse Haven, or Haven, I think Greenhouse Haven kit, which was very useful. I really love these windows and doors. They're super perfect for making greenhouses, but also this kit comes with adorable plants and adorable clutter for this kind of greenhouses and spaces, so I used that in here as well. From the other kits, I also used Refined Living Room from Pierre Sim. I just wanted to use that kit because the aesthetic of it works very nicely with Scandinavian style. It's very minimalistic and elegant, so I wanted to use that kit very much, and we've got the most beautiful plant in this kit and I just love it. And also I used one more kit, and that's Desert Lux kit. And I'm hoping that majority of you have that kit, because when it came out, it was available for free for everybody. Right now, as far as I know, it's not free anymore, but it was free for a long time. It was free for quite a long time, so I decided to use that kit in here as well, but mostly for the grills and for the curtains. The curtains from this kit is probably the best curtains that you can find in the game, because they're very customizable, and also we have them for every wall height, like from small to tall wall height, so that's very quite nice. And also they're pretty simple and they work perfectly with all sorts of different builds, but especially for the normal, regular, modern builds, and you just want to have, you know, clean, simple curtain, it's perfect. So that was the reason why I used Desert Lux kit as well. And I used one more expansion pack, and that's Snowy Escape. Snowy Escape goes aesthetically perfect with the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies, and that was mainly the reason why I used the Sims 4 Snowy Escape. You can see me changing all the things right now because I finally got the pack in my game, and right now I can change some things around the house to better use new items. I didn't change the windows and the doors, by the way. I thought these ones from the Sims 4 Horse Ranch are just looking perfect on this house, because I wanted it to be red and I wanted it to have metal roof and white trims and also these white columns. So these windows went so nicely with my decisions, because they have this white frame and inside they're more minimalistic, and they have this black metal. So that went just perfectly with the aesthetic of this whole Norwegian farm, I would say it like that. By the way, my Scandinavians who are watching this channel, please tell me, is this really looking like a Norwegian farm, because I'm not entirely sure that you have a pond and everything outside, but I said that the exterior, I mean the whole farm part, the exterior part of the landscape is mainly based on Croatia. I know those two are different combinations because we are totally different than Scandinavians, but I don't know, I just wanted to incorporate that because that's my own personal style. I really always want this natural looking, overgrown, beautiful landscapes, and that's the reason why I did that one more time. I don't know, I'm not that kind of person who are doing like polished gardens. It just doesn't work with my aesthetics, so that's the reason why I choose to do this. Also, you can see that we have this huge terrace over here where the grill is, so you can do some grilling here as well. And here is the floor plan of the whole house. It's huge, as you can see, so there is a lot of space for all sorts of different things in here. But we're going to start with this greenhouse. Basically, it's very simple. It's small, but it has a lot of planters. It has this flower arranging table from Seasons. And also I put some decorations in here, and I believe that I placed a sink because I thought that that's very realistic, even though we are not, I think, using sinks while we are tending for the plants. But anyways, it's just normal to have a sink in a greenhouse, so that's the reason why I do it. And this is the main entrance. Basically, we have one long hallway that goes from the main entrance to the back entrance where the animals are. I think that the floor plan is quite nice. On the left side of the entrance, you are going to be able to find a small shop where you can sell all the things that you grew on your farm, or you have it from your animals, like eggs or milk. And all of those things are perfect for selling them. Also, I add some wine nectar making, nectar makers. I placed 2 in the house, so I was thinking this farm would be perfect for having your own nectar, So that's what I did. And this is that small shop where you can sell all of the things from your farm, and I just thought that's very nice to have in here. But to be quite honest, for some reason, Sims are not so much into shopping. They prefer to spend time outside with the animals, or eating, or attending classes. Or spending time on classes rather than just buying. They were some sim who were buying my products because I wanted to test everything out and see, is the shop functional like everything else? And it was functional. I did sell some things, but they prefer just some other activities more, I guess, which is totally fine for me. I would also prefer to spend time with animals and spend time on classes to learn something new rather than buying some things. But also it would be nice to buy, some fresh ingredients because they're not so easy to find, And this is going to be like that banquet area that I told you about before. Basically, we have like one banquet table, and it works perfectly. it's enough for all the Sims the whole day long. But the only thing that I don't like is when people when Sim can get some food, then they are like eating the whole day. That's the only thing that I don't like, but I thought it's really realistic to have something like this on a farm where you want to spend the whole day. So I think that's fine. And also I really thought it would be cool if you could choose activities for yourself depending on your gameplay or depending on which sim you are playing. You know, you don't have to play with this family. You can just choose some activities for this business, and then you can come here with your sim. So whatever you choose, it's perfectly fine for me, and hopefully that is going to work. And you were able to see that we have a huge toilet with 4 toilets inside, so all of your sim will have a space to go on a toilet. So that's very nice. And this room is also made only for the employees, but this one is a little bit bigger than the one that you saw before with only a nectar-making table. We have a woodworking table in here. We also have pottery table and one more nectar maker in here. So as I said, this area is only for the employees and their own skills if they need something. And also I placed one more bathroom in here, even though I didn't thought this bathroom would be so used. It's more for the realistic purposes, you know, realism purposes, where you have one more bathroom for the employees. And we are finally on the 2nd floor. I can't believe that we came so far and that I'm still talking, but we are here. And in here, first I made this small pottery kind of studio or whatever you want to call it. We have one bathroom over here, and we also have one small gym over here. And gym equipment was from the Lovestruck. I just wanted to use Lovestruck as well because there are some cute items that I really wanted to use on this lot. So hopefully that's fine for you. Probably the most important packs for this are, of course, Businesses and Hobbies, Cottage Living, Horse Ranch. Those are probably the most important packs. After those are coming Cats and Dogs and Seasons and Eco Lifestyle. But definitely if you have Businesses and Hobbies mixed with Cottage Living and Horse Ranch, that's already like huge, and you have the majority of important things for this house in here. We are now coming to the kitchen. For the kitchen, I used mostly Parenthood, Snowy Escape, I used Business and Hobbies, and I used Life and Death, I believe, for the stove and also for the washing machine, because I just love them so much. They look so modern and nice, but still they look a little bit rustic. But anyways, they work so nice with this fridge that I decided to use from Parenthood, that I just, you know, that's what I decided. It's also a very beautiful and big kitchen. It has a lot of space for you to cut your things, and also I placed one bar where you can eat, so you don't need to necessarily go to the dining area if you eating your breakfast or anything. You can just make yourself a breakfast and sit on the bar and eat. And I don't know, just the whole interior of the second floor is very Scandinavian. At least I was trying to make it Scandinavian. It's definitely less minimalistic because I thought, since we have 5 Sims overall living in here with a teenager and a child, maybe I can place more clutter to make it more homey. But overall, I think the whole aesthetic of it is very Scandinavian looking. And we are now in the living room. I spend so much time doing this huge long wall where the TV is. I just couldn't figure it out. It was so bad that I called my friend who is the interior designer and architect to come and help me. And she gave me some ideas that really helped me a lot, and then I was able to make this area over here. I don't know why, but the whole wall was so long and I just wanted to place a fireplace next to the TV, and it wasn't working. It just wasn't working. And then Antonia, my friend, told me, why wouldn't you add a fireplace next to the bookshelves? And I was like, wow, yeah, I could definitely do that. And then when I removed the fireplace, I was like, okay, now I can do something with this wall. And by the way, I think this fireplace looks so nice next to these bookshelves from Refined Living Room. It was just perfect. So thank you so much, Antonia, for helping me out, girl. You really did help me a lot. So here we are in the first bedroom, and this bedroom is made for our kid. And as you can see, it's very personalized, and I love doing that for kids' bedrooms because I think every single kid loves to personalize their spaces with, some drawings and little fairy lights and toys, papers with all the colors and all these little things. And I just enjoy doing kids' bedrooms so much because they're always so colorful and creative. I just love doing them. Sometimes I would really like to go back being a child and just enjoy my old room where I was so creative. You guys, I was doing tents, literally tents, from the umbrellas in my old room, and all these crazy things. It was my creative playground, and to be quite honest, I really miss it sometimes. We've got this piano with the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies, and to be quite honest, I'm not crazy about it. It's a beautiful piano, but it has some gold details on it. Which is fine. It's not ugly, it's not ugly, it's fine, but sometimes I don't want to have gold metal anything. Like most of the time I don't want metal, like a gold metal. So that's a little bit frustrating because I don't necessarily think that gold metal goes with different metals. Maybe with black, but still, if you don't have any gold metals anywhere and then you have this gold stripe on the piano, it just doesn't look good. But somehow I was able to incorporate it, so it's fine. Here we are in the teenager's bedroom. Also, this one is a little bit more personalized, so you can obviously see it's not made for a grown-up person, but still it's not a kid's room, so it's a typical teenager room, I would say. And also you can see that I made another trick with this clothing racks from the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies, and I must say that I'm absolutely in love with the furniture of this bag. just because of its simplicity, you can do all this personalized things and combine different pieces of furniture to get something totally different. And I really love that about the Sims for Businesses and Hobbies furniture. It just looks so beautiful, and the overall aesthetics of it, it's very nice. I think it's the items are super useful, and they go with almost any peg, except for maybe the pegs that are super rustic, but still I would still find elements that would go very well with rustic as well. So I just think the overall aesthetic of this peg is absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to use it quite a lot in my builds. Also, I don't see myself building normal houses anymore. Just to be quite honest, I just want every single house to have a small business right now, because that's so creative, that's so new, and I think it's actually a game changer. I think that's something that we were all waiting for so long, and I just cannot believe that they made all these cross-peg opportunities right now, because basically you can do anything. You can do anything and you can make it functional. So that's so awesome. And we are now in the last bedroom. It's like main bedroom from the parents. And this one is a little bigger. It has their own bathroom. And it has like a open closet. Let's say it like that. It's not really. It's more like a closet area, but it doesn't matter. It looks quite nice. And I cannot believe, but we are coming to the end of this speed build. So you guys, first of all, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel every way possible. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much once again to Electronic Arts for sponsoring this video and also making this peg, because peg is awesome. I would recommend it to anybody, because I really think this is the first peg where we can say, okay, this peg is for everybody. This peg is literally for everybody. So that's really what I love about it. And you guys, I'm sending you a lot of kisses. Tell me in the comments how much, or did you love this speed build, and are you going to download it? And I cannot wait to see you again very soon. Bye you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future builds. Until the next time, bye guys!